Hey guys, Tara Ryan with Fairway Mortgage, and today's tip from Tara is about how to protect and save money for your buyers and your sellers, specifically with HOA dues and the new contract. The new Community Association disclosure specifically references initiation and transfer fees, and it talks about, in one section of the disclosure, all the fees that are the responsibility of the buyer, everything associated with transferring into the new HOA, any initiation fees, anything of that type. It also specifically references the HOA letter as being a cost of the seller. But then it goes on to ask for the items to be listed. These specific initiation and transfer fees are asked to be listed out as part of the contract. And what many people are not realizing is it goes on in Section 5 of that same document to then state any of those fees not disclosed by the seller or under disclosed by the seller do not have to be paid by the buyer, and in fact become the responsibility of the seller. Guys, this is a big change, and it's something that we need to be looking for both on the buying side and the listing side. On the buying side, what you need to know is I am seeing attorneys continually putting those fees on the buyer, even though the contract does have this verbiage. In fact, I've had to have several back and forth little battles with the attorneys to make sure that my buyers were not overpaying for fees that were not their responsibility. You guys know me. I want to get every penny I can for my buyers, and so I take that on as a personal challenge. But not all lenders are looking at it that closely, so be very careful. Any HOA fees that come across on a closing disclosure, make sure that they were disclosed on the contract up front. The only exception fees that can be passed on to the buyer would be any assessments, also any move-in fee. So if they have an elevator reservation fee, whatever that is, or a move-in fee, those can be charged to the buyer without being disclosed. But any new account fee, setup fee, initiation fee, transfer fee, all that stuff, and it can be considerable. I had one yesterday, over $850 in charges that they were charging to our buyer, and we were able to get those items removed. On the listing side, super important that you discuss this with every single seller who has a community association. They are not going to be happy with you if they end up at the last minute having to pay this fee and they did not know that information. So have the discussion with every single listing, get those fees in the contract up front. Let's reduce the surprise for parties on both sides, and we'll all go forward from there. I hope you guys are doing great. As always, call on me for any questions. I'm here to help.